Hello, year 3, welcome to Start Time with Miss Kuga. Today we are going to read a book titled Grandma is an Author. Meet Margot, my grandma. This is me, Rusty. Margot writes books for grown-ups. They are called novels. Margot makes up the whole story, so her books are fiction. I like to draw pictures while my grandma writes. Her glasses look like two squashed circles. Sometimes we write stories together. Today we are writing about sandcastles. Yesterday we wrote about a praying mantis named Troy. We also wrote about an apple tree that grows green apples. I called them Granny Marbles. It was my idea to make the tree a home for a family of purple caterpillars. On Grandparents' Day at school, guess who I brought? Margot. Miss Francisca asked everyone to introduce their grandparents. Here they all are. Milo told us that his grandma is an artist. One time she asked all of her friends to send her a piece of toast. She arranged the toast and glued it onto paper until it looked like a flower. Then she put it into a beautiful frame. Jonathan's granddad is a high school history teacher. He likes to take Jonathan on walks through the park. Here is Jonathan sitting in a tree. Ruby's grandma is a nurse. They have secret handshake. She teaches Ruby card tricks. I'm going to ask Ruby to show me a trick. When it was my turn, I said, my grandma, Margot, writes books. She doesn't go to an office to work. She spends the whole morning typing lots of words in her writing room. She has good stories to tell. Margot stood up and spoke to the class. I love to write. When I pick up a book, I enjoy the feel of it in my hands. I like the sound of pages turning. Even the smell of books makes me happy. Kevin raised his hand. Who tells you what to write? Margot answered Kevin's question. I decide what to write. Usually the words come easily, but sometimes they don't. I have what is known as writer's block. That means you're stuck and you don't know what to write. Milo raised his hand. That happened to me last week. All I could write about was cheese. Ruby said, writer's block? It sounds scary. Jonathan asked, can you take medicine for writer's block? Clara asked, how do you make writer's block go away? There's no medicine for writer's blocks. It doesn't hurt, but I have to be patient. The more I worry, the worse it gets. So when that happens, I take a break and do something else, like walk on the beach. If that doesn't help and I'm stuck, I play the flute or bake a cake. After a while, the writer's block goes away. I thought about writer's block on the way home from school. I imagined heavy blocks like bricks squashing Margot's words. I wondered, is writer's blocks a ghost that make the words in your head misty and cloudy? At home, I got my sketchbook. I drew really fast. When I looked down, I saw a big monster in the scribbles. I looked at the monster for a while. Then I had an idea to help Margot when she is blocked. I went to the kitchen and I found tape, scissors, glue, crayons, pipe cleaners, string, colored papers. The recycling bin had cupcake holders, big cardboard box, small cardboard boxes, paper towel tubes, buttons, old scrub brush, yogurt cups. I took everything to my room. I taped, I glued, I colored, I built. Done. I stepped back to take a look. This monster was not right. I did not think it would help Margot with writer's block. I felt like getting mad, but instead I lifted up my monster and looked him in the eye. Can you scare writer's block away? This monster couldn't scare anyone or anything. I pulled the monster apart. Then I used the scissors and the glue and built again. Much better, I said. I am going to call you Gus. I am going to put you to work. I took Gus to Margot's writing room. The door was closed. I stood at the door for a minute. Then I knocked as loud as I could. Margot, I have something for you. Margot opened the door and asked, Who's your friend? I said, Gus is here to help you. His teeth are big and strong, and he has lots of ideas in his head. If writer's block comes around, Gus will scare it away or eat it for lunch. Then he will help you to find the words.